Tell me when. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you all for coming. It's nice to see you again. We are so crowded today. All right. Today we have someone who would like to share his story with us, his meditation experience with us. First of all, I need to prepare you. He hates to meditate. So please take what he says with a grain of salt. Okay? Don't take him seriously. His name, you all know him. He's always in and out. You never see him in the same place, rarely. But his name in Vietnamese means, what does it mean in Vietnamese? Huh? Tiny, right? Oh, it's a mouse, tiny mouse. But he's tall. For the Vietnamese, he's considered tall. Anyway, anyway, see, his wife has a, tell him what to do. Vietnamese women, what can I say? So, yeah, he said, she tells him, you sit there, sit down, behave yourself, be nice. So he'd like to share with us his meditation experience. I give you tea. Okay, go ahead, tea.
She volunteered me, so.
She volunteered you.
So yesterday I was really tired and I came here. And I don't really know, normally I don't meditate. So I came here, I sit for like an hour, start meditating, and then I fell asleep. And then I was dreaming something. I don't know, I forgot the dream. Mm-hmm. And then I fall down, I caught myself almost like this, almost hit myself on the floor. Mm-hmm. And then that moment I woke up and then I feel so energized, like feel so refreshed, full of energy. Mm-hmm. And I just sit there half lotus for like an hour and a half. Normally I sit like max an hour, I sit.
So you only sit in half lotus?
Yeah, I can't do full lotus.
I told you. Okay. That's it?
So that's just my story.
Okay, wifey, explain. Why did you volunteer him?
I volunteer him because I told him that I think the reason is normally he sit, but this time he sat and then he say that I feel so energized after. So was it a sleep that he fell, or did he experience something that we don't know in meditation?
What do you think? Ask the old monk. What do you think happened? Give him a microphone. See, he has... So what do you think? What happened to him? He fell asleep and woke up and said, oh, what happened to me? I feel so refreshed, so energized.
Con nghĩ là ông đó đã qua một cái nhập định ngắn. Con nghĩ là ông nhập định được trong cái lúc đó.
Translation, what happened to the translation? Must I do everything here?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I think that he entered samadhi.
Exactly. It's called sleep samadhi. So when you meditate and you enter samadhi, it really increases your energy. Okay? And not only in his case here, I'm trying to size up where he's at right now, but in his case here, the reason that he experienced a surge in energy, yes, okay, is because he entered a higher level samadhi than before. This is what you need to know, okay? When you meditate, you enter samadhi, okay? That's normal, okay? And that's commonplace. When you enter samadhi, yes, the energy increases a little bit. This is why you want to meditate every day, because you are increasing your energy level, okay? But when you enter a higher level samadhi, a samadhi level that's higher than before, next level up, then you have a surge in energy. Okay? And that's what he experienced. So somehow he fell asleep, and then God knows what he dreamt of. You remember what you dreamt of? Talking to people. How exciting. Yes, go ahead, Nu.
Thank you, Master. I do have another experience that I would like to share. It's also my husband's experience, because the first time that we start meditation here, on that same day, he took all the kids up in the mountain for a mountain bike. And it was mountain bike for him on that day, I think at least 4 hours in the mountain left. Yeah, so he said, oh my God, I'm exhausted already, but a promise to my wife I must keep. So he dragged himself to the temple, sat, and he thought that he was so tired.
You trip on him, didn't you? Okay.
And then he thought that from a long road trip, mountain bike up there, then he must be very tired after meditation, but it's... What happened? So it's the opposite. He say, it was so weird. I was exhausted, but after meditating, I feel like refreshed, like so energetic, more than beginning of the trip. Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Ask the old monk why.
Thầy A Di Đà Phật. Khi mà anh mệt quá như vậy đó, thì cái cơ ngồi thiền đó, nó lấy lại được cái năng lượng và cảm thấy khỏe. Thường thầy dạy là cái mình làm mình tu, nhưng mà cái mình kiệt sức rồi đó, thì lúc đó mình thiền đó, nó mới kết quả, chứ mình làm chưa có tới sức là mình không có đạt được cái tiến bộ.
Okay. Translation.
So in this case, because he's so exhausted, so when he meditate, he get the energy, and then he feel better. And then Master always taught us that when you are so exhausted, and then you meditate, then you get so much result out of it.
No. Wrong. When you're exhausted and tired, the lesson is when you're exhausted and tired, you still listen to your wife. What's the matter with this old monk?
Thầy, khi mà ông kiệt sức như vậy đó, ông không còn sức để ông nghĩ tùm lum nữa. Lúc đó là cái tư tưởng có thể nó dừng lại được.
Very
Master,
good.
probably because when he's so exhausted like that, he cannot think anymore, and then his mind stopped thinking.
Excellent. I'm joking, of course. All due respect, all the wives in the world. We teach you. we gave you a tip. That's a very important tip. When you're exhausted, when you're so tired, do not rest. Meditate instead. Okay? Because when you're exhausted and you meditate, there are two major reasons why. Number one, it will re-energize you very quickly, much quicker than sleeping, than resting. Okay? You find out yourself. If you meditate instead of sleeping, okay, you will charge up, get recharged a lot faster, a lot higher levels than sleeping. That's a fact. We've been doing this for a long time, so we know. Okay, not all the Buddhist meditators experience that. So you're not the only ones. So this is a secret that the Chan people know. Okay, meditate when you're tired. Okay, so what you do is, I recommend that when you're tired, okay, meditate, and if you fall asleep, you will fall asleep naturally, like what happened to Tiny Rat. Okay, it's a natural thing. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep. But the first thing you do is you cross your legs and meditate. That's what you do when you're tired. And again, if you fall asleep, it's a natural thing. Don't worry about that. Don't just cross your legs and say, I'm going to enter samadhi. Okay? It doesn't work like that. All you do is cross your legs and meditate and let it happen naturally. Okay? In T's case, okay, he was tired last night, and he naturally fell asleep. Okay? Because he doesn't think much of meditation anyway, so my wife tells me to do these things. Women are wonderful, but I don't get them. I just follow along to make her happy. Okay, until she has a back turn. Yes. Okay. So what happened to him is that as he was about to meditate, as he was about to fall asleep, okay, this is very important. When you're tired and you meditate, you're struggling. You see, you say, I can't even sit straight. How can I possibly meditate? So this is what your training is about. Chan meditation is to struggle. The other teachers tell you Chan meditation is a wonderful thing. You feel good, you feel so peaceful. For us, the real secret is you struggle, okay? When you struggle and you struggle until you run out of energy, that's when you enter samadhi. And the Chinese know this. I mean, the old Chinese Chan practitioners knew that. Nowadays, they don't know this anymore. Okay, and that's why it's contrary to conventional wisdom. When you're tired, you're supposed to rest. No, for us, when we're tired, we cross our legs, and we fall asleep. And the trick here, also by the way, when you're tired and you cross your legs, do not lean against the wall. Let it happen like him, okay? The non-believer, okay? That he will fall asleep naturally and he would fall forward, okay? And that split second right there, okay? Before falling asleep, it's enough for him to enter samadhi. Okay? And so, that's what happened to him. And yes, the old monk.
A Di Đà Phật đó. Con cái niệm của con cũng giống như thầy mới nói và cũng như ông Tí này đó. Là cách đây 4 năm con phát Thì con lấy dây con cột hai cái chân lại cho rủi có ngủ gục, mình có té không có bung ra. Thì ngồi vậy mình nhịn đói thì tiếp tục chịu vậy 3 ngày 3 đêm không có ăn, chỉ uống khoảng nửa chai nước thôi. Thì 5 giờ rưỡi sáng con nghe thầy hiền giới đánh răng ở trong phòng vệ sinh. Thì một hồi con không biết gì nữa thì khoảng mở mắt ra là 5 giờ rưỡi chiều rồi. Vậy là trải qua 12 tiếng. Thì sau đó là con ngồi 10 ngày nữa không đói không khát, mà nó nhẹ người, cái con người mình nó nhẹ như cái lông, chứ không còn cái biết cơ thể mình ở đâu nữa hết. Và những cái gì mình không hiểu, những công án mà mình không hiểu trước đây nó ào tới cùng một lúc và mình há ra nhiều, rất là nhiều. Thì sau đó là thầy sợ con cái ngồi lâu cái chân nó đau, thầy biểu con xả. Chứ con định là ngồi như vậy 1 tháng nữa cũng không có sao hết, không đói mà cũng không có đau, không có mỏi gì hết. Xin hết. Tức là sau khi kiệt lực 3 ngày đó thì nó xảy ra.
I would like to share my experience. It's similar to whatever T and Master just explained. So 4 years ago, I do the fasting, and then I was fasting. It was 3 days into my fasting, and then when I cross my leg, I have to use the rope to tie up my leg so that even if I fall asleep, my leg will not unbuckle. And then I remember that for 3 days and 3 nights, I was endured the tired and the hunger. I only drink a little bit of water. And then I remember at 5 a.m. in the morning, I can hear the sound of Venerable Xianjie using the restroom. And then after that, I passed out. The next moment I woke up, it's already 5 p.m. So it's 12 hours passed by, and then after that, I didn't feel any tired or hunger or whatever. I feel so good, and then after that I can sit for a long time, and then I thought that I can sit for 1 month without any problem.
Very good.
Then after that, Master tell me to get out of my meditation.
Similar process. You see, that's why he understands the process. You have to go through it yourself, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay? He also entered samadhi, and a high level of samadhi. That's why he could last 10 days without any problems. Think about it, 10 days. No food, no drinks, no sleep, no rest. How about that? Imagine you can operate a patient for 10 days straight when you make a lot of money. Because they get paid by the operation, you know that? Okay, never mind. So what if you're not tired? What do you do then? Malcolm, what if you're not tired? A person like you is never tired. Huh? What do you do? Yes, yellow.
Master, you're supposed to meditate anyway? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're supposed to do practice Chan anyway, whether you're tired or not. It's not on. Master, you're supposed to be in Chan, practice Chan anyway, whether you're tired or not.
No. Why do you think we ask you to sit in full lotus? So that it hurts, yes? I noticed you were struggling during the sit. Yeah, huh? Okay, right? Was it you? You're the only one on the men's side who moved. This is a man who, in order to get a tattoo on his arm, would go to his friend and get needled up for 3 hours straight. And I asked him, does it hurt? I said, oh yeah, it hurts like hell. But he cannot handle the 1 hour sit in full lotus. He said, I don't understand. I can handle 3 hours of tattoos, but not even 1 hour of full lotus. Okay? The difference is that when you sit in full lotus and you struggle right there, instead of unbuckling, you keep fighting. Okay? It hurts, and that hurt right there tires you. That's why we tell you don't unbuckle, because it will make you tired when you fight against the pain, the discomfort. So it's the same thing as he getting tired before he meditates. Since you're not tired before you meditate, you can sit in full lotus and struggle like the old monk here. He struggle during a chanchi, and then one day he enters samadhi. That's how he could last for 10 days straight. Yes?
Master, is it better that... Can you hear me? Master, is it better to wait until you're tired and then go for an hour until you're really tired, and then that's enter samadhi? Or more likely to enter?
If that's what you do, you will never enter samadhis. Caveat, okay? You meditate because you meditate. Don't say, I meditate because I want to enter samadhi. Point number 2, once you enter samadhi, okay, the next time you enter that samadhi level again, you will not have the same surge of energy anymore. It has to be next level up. See that? Okay? Because you use that level, you operate. Once you get to the next level, you operate most of the time in that level already. So your body is operating at a higher level of chi, of energy already. So when you enter that samadhi again, big deal. Does it make sense to you? So you keep on improving, because every time you go through this procedure, okay, make sure you do that without any expectations. You just meditate, because when you're tired, when it's time to meditate, so you go through this routine. You don't try to rationalize or sell to yourself, whatever. Just do it, okay? And naturally you understand. All right? Another way for you to enter samadhi as well, there's another way, much faster, much better, but I'm not telling you. Paying session, folks, I must have some secrets, otherwise I have nothing else to teach you. I say, oh, that's the right way, right direct, yeah, keep going, okay? So the reason being that when you meditate, don't have expectations, because when you meditate with expectations and enter samadhi to improve, then you're being greedy. You will not enter samadhi. Okay? Our kind of Chan meditation will help you reduce your greed, not increase it. If your greed increases, then you'll be stuck at the same level. You have no greed, then you have much better chances to move on to the next level. Much easier for us to help you, bring you to the next level up, or you help bring yourself next level up. All right? So that's the third way is called sudden teaching. Sudden teaching is not just for big enlightenment, for small enlightenment. So every time you improve the next level, it's called small enlightenment, believe it or not. And these people, this old monk here, he's going through this process here. One day, if he lives long enough, he'll understand what it is. Okay? Same thing. I have a young tiger in Asia right now. Okay? And he's being groomed to understand that Dharma door as well, the sudden teaching Dharma door as well. Okay? Because with that sudden teaching, you can improve just like this when the time is right. Okay, so that's why you should just do it and just follow the instructions. Don't try to understand too much, because understanding doesn't help you enter samadhi. Okay, why do you want to enter samadhi? Remember, when you enter next level of samadhi, your energy level will increase, meaning you're going to do a lot more than before. Okay? You can give more to your family, to your children. Okay? I remember one of my ex-girlfriends in a prior life, really pretty thing. She remembered when she was young in Vietnam, she was sick with the flu or something like that. And her dad was a lieutenant colonel. He came home from work and he heard his favorite daughter was sick. So what did he do? He said, "Where's my daughter? She's not feeling well." So he hugged her and he would say, I'm here. Feel better, darling, okay? I want you to feel better. I will take good care of you. And after a while, the arms got tired. So he put her over his shoulders. And I say, I will never leave you. Get well, darling. And so he did it for her like that for about 4 to 6 hours. She said, I felt better. He healed me by the sheer will of his mind. My point being that when you have more energy, you can give more to the people around you, to your family, to your children, to your wife. And she stops nagging. Yes, go ahead, Wei Mong.
Hello? Master, would it have the same effect had he sit at home instead of at the temple?
Yes, you can enter samadhi anywhere. However, it's much easier here. Hands down, there's no comparison. Okay? You have many more distractions at home. And what happened at home is that every single part of your house has a type of energy. I don't know you noticed that. Okay? You go to the dining area, you tend to eat more. No? You sit in front of the couch, we drink beer more, no? Okay? So, amazingly, if you pay attention, the various parts of your house, it has certain type of energy associated with that. So if you're at home, if you have an altar, you sit around your altar, it's a different kind of energy as well. So it makes it easier for you to enter samadhi when you sit around the altar at home, if you have an altar. Okay? But here at the temple, the difference being that you'll be shielded from a lot of these daily habits you created when you're at home, so that you won't be as easily distracted. And then furthermore, you're getting help from us as well, okay? From the people who meditate here who are much higher level than you. Okay? So fight, keep fighting. Okay? Don't give up. Fight until I can't do this anymore. That's exhaustion right there. That's when you continue. That's when much easier for you to enter samadhis. All right? So struggle. Do not be afraid to struggle. Same thing that this I call her elder lady here. I mean, not lady, elder here. Okay? She used to come to our to my temples for several years, for 10 years. And she used to say, I heard everything you said already. Okay? Most of the things you tell me is nothing new to me. She would push herself to the point where she would get tired, and then say, "Okay, I go get some rest. I don't want to push myself too hard." And she's been doing that for several years. I never said anything. She's an elder, so what can you do? Okay. But the last couple of years here at Go Force, she made tremendous leaps because she decided 2 years ago to say, I'm not going to go all out. I rest when I go home. But when I'm here, I will go all out. And that's what helped her propel to where she is today. Did you know that? It's a change in attitude, that's all there is. You know everything already, we just don't know how to apply efforts. Knowing is up here, okay? It's intellectual. It doesn't do much for your meditation. Same thing with Diane here. Diane wants to know, but it's about doing the right things, okay? And that's a secret of that the Chinese have that we don't have. The Chinese Chan has all these secrets that if you follow their recipes, their instructions, you get there. It's just like this old monk here, follow the instruction, he got there by himself. Okay? The other one back there, one of my disciples back there, she doesn't meditate. She's like the small rat. I don't have time to meditate. No, the other one. Yeah. And so she has no time to meditate. She's too busy working for me. So her training is different from this guy. This guy loves to meditate. So I gave him different instructions. For her, the instruction is sudden teaching. She doesn't realize the last 10 years are all sudden teaching. So you ask her about meditation, I don't know. I just somehow got here. So her is the personification, the proof, the result of sudden teaching. Here is the proof of grinding it out. You need to have a combination to become a teacher. If you want to be a Chan, a real Chan patriarch, a real Chan teacher, you need both. You need both the experience of grinding it out as well as the knowledge of how to bestow the sudden teaching. The sudden teaching is, remember, that leap you experience is that one split second, okay? You don't know how it happened. We know how it happens, but we're not telling you. All right? Any questions or comments? Yes, Orange.
Master, when we meditate, is there a certain energy that leaves behind, like say like the cushion we sit on or the bed that we sat on? Because it seems like my sick dog loves to sit on my blanket that I meditate. And also it seems like my mom, because I meditate on her bed, it's like a wooden bed. So I meditate there when I wake up. And it seems like I think her health is better.
I don't know about this one. Repeat the question, please.
Do we leave a certain kind of energy where we meditate, like positive and good energy that possibly heal people or animals?
Heals? Or what?
Either animal or
Or
people.
animals?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fundamentally, you're sick because your chi is blocked. It's not flowing properly. Okay? So the chi, for example, your chi is blocked, so it doesn't flow properly to your kidneys. So the kidneys will deteriorate and will die. Okay, eventually, because if chi stops blocking, it stops flowing there, blood will not get there. Okay, the chi has to get there to bring the blood there. If the chi doesn't get there because of blockages, the kidney will die. So the doctors, the Western doctors, would then they nip it off, right? Because otherwise it rots. So they throw it out. The Eastern doctor would find a way to unblock the chi, if they can. Okay? The Buddhists are different. We have the option to unblock the chi as well, okay? But we prefer not to do that. We prefer to deal with why the chi was blocked. Okay? That's a difference in problem solving. You two, go ahead.
This is from Ru Zhang. Master, if you were doing something at the temple, sudden a thought came in. Nothing is important. It didn't last long. Was this samadhi or something else?
Come again? Today, my hearing is not too well. Maybe my ears are plugged. Chi is blocked. Can I meditate for a few minutes first? Repeat the question, please.
This is from Ru Zhang. Master, if you were doing something at the temple, suddenly a thought came in. Nothing is important. It didn't last long. Was this samadhi or was this something else?
No, it's not samadhi. It's called delusion. Are you depressed? Any other questions? Okay, then we have no questions, so we can stop here today. Wei Mao, go ahead.
Master, today I was meditating, and I had some thoughts about these really good ideas. I had some really good ideas, and that was when I was meditating. Are those thoughts okay to have?
What kind of thoughts? Let's hear them.
It was ideas with work. You know, I had an idea with work. It came into my head, and then I started thinking about it a little bit. But then I realized I was thinking about it. I said, "Oh, that was a good idea, but let me get back to meditating. I'll try that out later."
You meditate and you think about work?
Well, yeah.
Did I hear you right?
The thought about something I was working on came into my head when I was meditating, but it was a really good idea.
Anyone has that kind of experience at all? Who else? I'm not surprised. Anyone else has that kind of experience? Raise your hand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Thoại, of course. Yeah. Who else? All of you should have raised your hand. You are liars. Got you. Of course, thoughts about work's gonna arise when you meditate. That's why we meditate, by the way. When I have a problem, I meditate. And the solution would come to me in time. And it tends to be the better solution than thinking. Okay? You think. I would think how to solve the problem, and then you think to the point you're tired and you can't think anymore, and then you say, okay, there's no point in thinking anymore, and you say, oh, might as well meditate and recharge myself, and that's when the solution comes, and it incorporates all those considerations that you thought of, and that tends to be a better solution than otherwise. Okay? So that's why, because one of the secrets for us Chan practitioners is that, just like you, when we have a problem, we'll do our research, do our homework, and then before we make a decision, we don't. We meditate. We don't decide anything. Do not decide. And then during your meditation, okay, 100% of the time for me, the solution would come. Okay? This is my dirty little secret. I don't think. Okay? And so for miraculously, those solutions that I came up with were the most satisfying, the most comprehensive, is the better solutions than the previous choices while I was thinking. So that's why, to this point here nowadays, when I'm faced with a decision, important decision, I don't think. I just meditate. Go ahead, Wei Mao.
Master, this question is from Korea. Rushu asked this question from last week.
Mm-hmm.
What Rushu says, these days, my anger has generally decreased. But when the stress builds up, I say the harsh things to my older daughter, 한결. I don't scream at her, but I feel that every word that I say to my child contains a lot of anger, especially when I am stressed in a relationship with another person. At the time, I endure that anger, but I come home and burst out at my child. Besides repenting to my child, how can I stop this behavior? It is really painful that I have a bad relationship with another person, yet I come home and pour that anger to my child.
Very good. Uh-huh.
Why can I say to the person, you're treating me this way and it's difficult for me to handle it? But yet instead, I'm getting mad at my child. Would it be difficult to have an honest relationship with others?
Oh, well, that's a loaded question. I don't have any children. Why do you keep on asking me questions about children? Have you tried unloading on your husband? That's what they're for, you know. Okay, any word of advice for this young lady here? I call it concubine number 2. Yeah, concubine number 1 who came a couple of months ago. Number 2 is coming in a couple of months. Yes. Any advices? Do you have any children, sir? No. Okay, then don't try and give advice. Go ahead, Orange.
I think the best thing to do is right after work, just sit and meditate and just cross your leg.
Okay. What about Dr. Fang? She's the one who cuts, you know. If you have something, a bad part in the body, she cuts it off.
Yeah, I agree. I think doing meditation can help you not get afflicted by difficult, challenging situations. Those can be helpful to channel my emotions away so I don't need to throw it on anybody else. I do understand in Asian culture, we were taught to be respect to outside the people outside our family, and the most close relationship like husband, wives, children, we feel more comfortable to show the real self. I think that's a practice we can do more. I do believe the closest relationship we should pay more attention and pay more respect, because those are the ones going to stay with us for the rest of our lives. But I do agree, meditation helped me not to get afflicted, and not just by outsiders, including my little ones when they're having a tantrum. I can be more like calmer.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good. Anyone else? What about you, young lady? You have a bunch of unruly kids at school. They're all well behaved?
Mostly, yeah. Hi, Master. Yeah, actually, it's the opposite of the other school I was in. So I only have like maybe 2 or 3 that are so-so, but the rest are really well behaved. Are you disappointed?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, disappointing. You can't be a teacher if the kids are well behaved. We don't need you anymore. Come on. We send them to school because you're supposed to fix them up. Is it the case here in up north, in Northern California, where the kids are well behaved and smart and This is quite different from down south, huh? Orange.
I used to work in a public school, and this one is a charter school. Kids, I find out that they have to apply to get in. They have uniform. They usually stay together from 5th grade to 8th grade, so they don't have so much like changes between the student body population. So they know each other since 5th grade for the most part in the same school. So that's good.
Oh God, I hate that. I'm for chaos. The chaos keeps you on your toes and makes you develop a lot faster. Okay? In my temple, in my master's, Chinese master's temple, the nuns are so harmonious and well-behaved and cooperative. And on the outside, we fight each other to death. Okay? And I was a weak one, so they threw me out. Heng Chang used to dance circles around me. Yeah, you're too slow, boy. You think you're smart, but you're too slow. Anyway, very good. Go ahead, Wei Mountain.
Master, I might recommend to alleviate anger displaced towards your immediate family, you might try going to the gym before arriving home and take your frustrations out on the gym equipment.
Sounds like what he does every day. you see the size of his arm, his biceps? Speaking from experience, huh? Hey, Brady? All right, very good. All those work. By the way, I agree in principle. As a matter of fact, children get hurt, and these psychological scars last for a long, long time. So be careful not to yell at children, especially the sensitive ones. They're very, very sensitive. They remember that, and that's generally a good advice. Okay? So yes, before you lash out at your children or at your husband, okay? If you meditate, you're aware of that build up, that energy, that negative energy being building up. So you should walk away. That's what you do. You walk away, you go and meditate. So part of the solution is to be aware of your state of mind, okay? That you can't take it anymore, you need to release. It's a healthy thing to release, okay? But release it in a smart way instead of releasing on your children, because they will take the brunt of your unhappiness, okay? So definitely, instead of yelling at your daughter, Ru Shu, you should go meditate, break a few lamps or plates or whatever, okay? Kick the dog. Wait, no, don't do that either. See, I speak Dharma, I get into all kinds of troubles with politics and, women and animal abuse. I need to meditate more, clearly. So beware of that. So it's a good thing that she's aware of the fact she yells at them. So there's some sort of regret there, and knowing that she did wrong. But it's more than just that. For you, that's a general advice that the shrinks psychologists would give you. That is, refrain yourself. Recognize your state of mind, and before you do something stupid and that kind of thing. It makes sense. However, to me, it's a lot more than just that. The reason she chooses to lash out on her older daughter is because it's the karmic. To me, the solution has to be both. You try to avoid it, but if you can't, repentance is not enough. Okay, you need to learn to undo the damage. Okay, because your kid, the daughter, will feel bad. I remember how my younger brother, who he felt mistreated, he felt unfairly treated, and he was so upset. He felt it's so unfair that there's a fourth one. So the first three of us were like the princes. I'm number 3, he's number 4, okay? And my grandmother adored me because I look like my late father. Some people have all the luck in the world, okay? I'm just lucky. So she adored me, and in a Vietnamese family, she's like a matriarch. She gets her way, okay? Otherwise, she kills herself. How you argue with that? So anyway, in contrast, my younger brother, number 4, he looks like her husband who divorced her. So as soon as my mother gave birth to him and showed him to her, she looked at him, what? And she threw him down on the floor. The first time they met, she threw him on the floor. And she found ways to punish him. And we used to be poor, but they finally managed to buy a big property in Vietnam. Okay, and so his big property is about 1 acre. Okay, in the old ancient capital Hue in Vietnam. So the way it's structured is that this is a funny thing. The way it's structured is that for most of you, it's structured is that the one property there, no running water, of course. Oh, good Lord. I don't know how these people live. And so around the fences are the small houses, and there's barbed wires to separate us. Okay? So the poor families live on the sides, and our property is this big, okay, that my parents bought for her, okay, as an investment. Okay, he was, my late father was like a captain in the armed forces. So somehow they managed to buy the property. So anyway, so Vietnam is a very class-minded kind of thing. So these people on the side are like poorer people. So we have an attitude towards them. But they're in a barbed fence, in a barbed wires. So we would have like we call a dog hole, where the dog dig down to the earth to cross over. Okay, and we being kids, he was about five years old. He told me this story. He was 5 years old, and my grandma, he came to visit my grandma. I was living with my grandma, her favorite. What can I say? He came over to visit, and she said, "Hey, son, I need to return the plate that our neighbor, gave me. Okay, he gave me food, and she put food on the plate. Can you return the plate for me?" So she said, "Sure, Grandma, I'd love to help you." So the boy grabbed the plate and ran over and crawled under the dog hole, okay, and to go to the neighbors behind the fence and return and to return the plate. So he went back. So on the way back, as he's crawling down the hole, the dog hole, he looked up and saw the neighbor's dog. It's a huge dog, bigger than he was. And with his teeth, his canine, this sharp canine, like glistening canine, smiling at him. And he says, at the age of 5, he looked at the dog. You know what he realized? What did he see? He saw death. He knew immediately, it's the end of me. And what did he do? I told this story to my disciples to show them how what people do when they're faced with death. Okay? What would you do, young man? I ask you. I don't know. You would know, right? What would you girls do? Crawl backwards, see? That's why the girls. How about you, man? What would you do? Without thinking, he growled louder than the dog, and the dog ran away. He showed his teeth and growled as well. He's the smartest of us all. So anyway, so but in spite of it all, being smart and so forth, he resented being unfairly treated by my grandma. Okay, so he developed this pancreas blockage. So eventually, when we went to Minnesota, Minnesota for school, they took out 90% of it. So he has only 10% left. And they had rotted because they did it wrong, experimental procedure. So it rotted inside of him. So he went to Berkeley for his PhD in math. He died. He nearly died. Every month he would go into the hospital and get morphine shots because it's rotting inside. So anyway, he's still alive, by the way. Yeah. I'm very happy. Anyway, so the point being that make sure to avoid building resentment in the kids because it could be detrimental for them. Okay, so what I would do if I were Ru Shu is make up for it. Okay, to me, it's an opportunity. If we made a mistake, a serious mistake, then we admit it. Okay, that we apologize and make it up to the daughter. And if you do it right, eventually you figure out how to do it right, and actually it creates a stronger bond with the daughter than with the oldest daughter than the younger daughter. So to me, it's an opportunity to get closer to the daughter. Okay? So you can solve any problems. I wouldn't worry. Okay? But it's better to try to meditate for her own good. That when you have these pent-up frustrations, meditate to release them, because you want to release that negative energy because it's poisoning you, it's hurting you. Okay? And if you make a mistake and yell at others, whether it's a child or anyone else, you can undo that by apologizing, owning up to it, and find ways to make it up to them. Okay. All right. So it's very good that she's aware of the problem, and to make up with the kids is very easy. The adults are different. The kids is much easier. Okay. To me, actually, it's an opportunity to bring you closer, to bring her closer to her daughter. Okay. All right, time is up. Thank you, everyone. Did you have a question? Okay, quickly. Red.
Is it a good idea to actually empty your mind when you talking or teaching your child? Because when I try to do that, my son look at me like I'm empty, and he's like, who's talking to me?
I prefer when talking to children is to me. I didn't receive it when I was younger, so I only speak from personal experience from my parents. To me, I would prefer when you talk to children to talk with the mind of kindness. My parents never showed kindness to us in our entire lives. They expected us to be successful, to be smart, to succeed, and to achieve and all those things. But they never taught us about kindness. That's why I look at my siblings nowadays. They're not kind people. They're not. They could be rich, they could be very smart, very successful, but they lack kindness. Okay? It's much more important to me that you speak with kindness to your child. It doesn't matter what you say. Okay? Just like Ru Shu, when she wants to apologize to her daughter, it doesn't have to be anything meaningful. Just show you remorseful, show you sorry that I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Okay? I made a mistake. Please forgive Mom. I will try to be better. Okay? That's kindness. That's the basis of goodness. You're teaching goodness to your children that way, by being kind yourself. Okay? This is what the Western education system is lacking. And that's what I hope, that if the parents fail to do that, you as teachers got to do that for your students. Be kind to them, that's all I ask. Just be kind. Whether they're naughty or they're smart or they're stupid, just be kind to them. You embrace them all. Okay? Okay, thank you everyone.